So as usual, our helper is here.
I'm Chloe. I help Diebell.
You do, don't you?
Yeah. And
Chloe, do you like this Fortress deck system?
yeah.
It's pretty nice, isn't it? Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're already a subscriber, thanks so much for that. And if you're not, we encourage you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. If you like our content, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, and tell us what we can do better next time. So today we're out at Barren River Lake near the Bailey's Point boat ramp at a house we're building. It's an amazing view sitting up here above the lake. And it's an opportunity where we've really got to have some outdoor living space. And that comes in the form of a deck here on the back of the house. You know, decks have been something that I've struggled with for the 20 plus years that we've been building. Early on, of course, we were building like anyone else with treated lumber framing and then treated lumber deck boards on top. We've got a video up that you can check out that is using Trex, and we've used that as well as other composite materials through the years, but we found a product from PolyGuard that is a joist tape that you can see in that video that goes along the top of the joist and helps preserve that. But no matter what we do, we've still got that wood framing below the deck. And these decks go on as a maintenance issue for years to come, and rot and replacement. And so for a long time, I'd been trying to figure out a better way to do the deck and a way to maybe do it out of steel framing. And we'd gone as far a few years ago to deal with a steel stud provider that we use in town, to try to see if we could lay out a deck that way. It was costly. We were going to have to get outside engineering. It just didn't pan out. And so I found a company called Fortress Building Products. We'll have a link in the description to Fortress, but they're based in Texas. They've been in business for over 50 years, and they do a lot of different things. But one of the things that they do that's most intriguing to us is steel deck framing. It's a powder-coated deck framing package that is just phenomenal. They send you, you send them your plans as to, you know, the size of the deck, if it's going to be supporting anything like a roof above it or anything like that. And they wind up sending back an engineered drawing with a layout of where every one of their parts go and how everything goes together. They have a huge installation manual. And at the end of the day, it's actually all pretty easy. One tool that we had to buy in that process, we had to get a steel cutting skill saw. Milwaukee makes one. I'm sure there's some other ones out there. That tool was great for cutting this, and I'm sure there's some other ways that you could cut it, but you'll see in the video that being able to cut the joist with a skill saw is just a fantastic way to do it. So I want to show you a few of their products and just kind of talk briefly about how everything goes together. So when they send you out the package, you get everything you need, from small angle clips for different connections. Their beams are hollow tubular steel, so they send you caps to cap the open ends. This should look familiar to most of our framers out there watching. It looks a lot like a Simpson hanger, right? And that's exactly how it works. And I'll show you on the deck here. This actually went up on the outer band beam, screws to it. They've got all the holes pre-punched. It's little self-drilling screws. And the joist hangs in it just like a wood joist would go. The other really neat thing that I liked a lot was this ledger board. And this ledger is just like the ledger you put against the wall of your house. Now I would flash it and everything just like we normally would flash a wood joist or a wood ledger, but it's pre-punched. And in this case, we used a 12-inch center. They can lay it out on 16s as well. This bracket, very simple, just sticks through the ledger before you put it up. And so you fasten the ledger to the wall. Now everything is pre-spaced and laid out, and that floor joist just slips over this bracket that you've put through. So super simple layout. And then at the other end, they can design it where that it's sitting on top of the beam, or in our case, we're using the hangers to hang it from the beam. So it's an incredible system. It's incredibly easy to lay out and get going. They send out touch-up paint with it so that all your cuts and everything, you can paint them and seal it up. It just really goes together well. And the beautiful thing about it is that I don't think it's that much more expensive when we're talking about the overall life expectancy of these two products. So on the deck here, and we'll walk through that here in just a second, the wood framing package was going to be about $2,500. So either way, we were going to use a composite on top, so we're not factoring that in. But in this case, $2,500 worth of wood framing, or we were just shy of $6,000 worth in Fortress product delivered to the site. I think we were about $5,800. So a little over twice as much. And you may say, well, golly, you know, that's $3,000 more or whatever. And it is, but as we'll see when we go outside, this product is just phenomenal in the fact that you're not going to be taking care of it for years and years to come. This thing is going to be maintenance free. It's going to be a lifetime product when we put a composite material on top, like in this case Trex. Fortress also makes their own composite deck boards. We've just been a fan of Trex for a long time and stick with them. It's a little bit different screw that you have to use to bind the Trex to the framing, but it all works out great. So let's go outside and take a look real quick at how this all went together and what it looks like. All right, so we're standing outside, and this house, as you can see, the view is just amazing. We want to take full advantage of that. And so this house comes being built just after one we built a little over a year ago, and we wanted to take advantage of the whole back and cover it. This is a 30 by 12 foot deck with a patio the same size below it. We'll go down there and look up at the framing. But as you can see, this deck is built with Trex deck boards. If we'll focus in, we can see that these are the grooved Trex boards and using the Trex concealed fastener in between each deck board. So really no big difference in installation of the deck boards. It does take a few seconds longer to drill the screw in versus drilling it into wood, but it all goes down and works out really, really well. So you can see it's a very, very neat finished product. So we're down on the lower patio, same as above. We've got a 12 foot by 30 foot patio. Still a lot of cleanup and finishing details that have to be done on this job. But if you look up, first of all, against the wall, you can see the ledger that I was showing you inside the house. And the fact that these joists just sit right on top of it, and that you can see then where that bracket would be that pushes through it. Joist slips over it. Super nice, simple connection. Just like we would put blocking between a wood floor joist, they send a strap that's pre-laid out to fasten in there. Out on the edge, we've got a beam that runs between each one of our posts. And it's hard to see down here just because of the lighting, but that Simpson style hanger is actually what each of those joists is attached to and sits into that beam. Now, one thing that was a little bit different on this job than an upcoming job we're working on with Fortress right now is that they didn't at the time provide a 20-foot tall post, and we had to have a 20-foot post to get all the way up to the roof. So in our case, we wound up buying from a steel supplier 20-foot 6-inch steel columns, welding tabs on to where that we're anchored into the concrete at the bottom. We're anchored into the wood beam up at the top at the roof line. So hey, as always, I've got my little helper with me, right?
Yeah.
And she's been inside playing in the drywall dust and drawing pictures in the floor in it. It's pretty fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey guys, thanks so much for watching and checking out our channel, and I hope that you enjoy this video. I hope it shows you something that maybe you've not seen before. This is a product that's really new to our area, and we're certainly glad to have been able to work with Fortress and get this done. This is something that we're super tickled with the way this lays out and how it's going to work out for many, many years, right?
Yeah.
Think it's going to be tough?
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. So anyway, thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.